One way or another, the name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, let's get it.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Let's go. As the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. This included the Ice Wall. Appreciate you. Come on. Yo. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. What about a Law Nation groove, baby? Playing through the echoes of the whistle. It's always important to do that, huh? 5,
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have
3,
evidence that something doesn't exist.
2, 1. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's get it.
Darkness is your ally.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations, tell that like button to lean forward just a little bit. So it goes down to this right here, you know, and then I'm telling y'all to literally slap that like button. You know, don't. There you go, right here. Get it. Slap that like button for your boy, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's amazing how a week can change a whole outcome. It's amazing how people can start saying, well, hey, there's zero excuses for this team. There's plethora of excuses for other teams. So, Joy Taylor, I just want to start this one out. Joy Taylor, the other day on the Speak Show, and it was been circling around, she was telling Dave Hellman and all of the Cowboy Nation that there's zero excuses for the Cowboys. We got a legitimate quarterback, a great defense, a great offense, great this, great that, a Super Bowl kind of caliber of coaches and these sorts of things. You know, they banned me for using their audio, so I can't use the audio, you know, say because I'm getting too much in them. But y'all think that that's going to muffle the nation? No. Let me say something about that. What about there should be no excuses for the Buffalo Bills? What about there should be no excuses, dare I say, for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Chargers? Oh, excuse me, let me say, lean forward. There should be no excuses for, dare I say, the Eagles. There should be zero excuses for them. There should be no excuses for them. There should be no excuses for them. Let me repeat, there should be no excuses for a team that's in the National Football League, period. If we are held to that degree, then all of those teams should be having no excuses, right? Because from my understanding and my knowledge that we lost Tyron Smith for the start of the season, right? We lost Terrence Steele just a few days ago, right? Not going to be able to play for the rest of the season, right? Now, I want to tell people that these type of things, that the narrative that the 4-ladder and the 3-ladder, the crooked ladder, whatever ladder like to put out, is that it's all to sully and denigrate the Dallas Cowboys. There should be no excuses for no team in the National Football League if that's the case. But neither here nor there. The Saints, the 6-9 Saints go marching in on those Eagles who had the number 1 or the number 2 defense in the National Football League. There should have been no excuses. There should have been zero excuses. There should have been that particular team blowing the doors off the Saints. Was it a home game? Can somebody tell me, was it a home game or an away game? Was it a home game or an away game? I need to know. I want to know. I got to know. Because on one point, these teams supposed to be able to overcome things, right? We were able to overcome a situation with Cooper Rush, right? Our starting quarterback broke his thumb, and we had to insert Cooper Rush, and he won 4 out of the 5 games that he started in. Is that truth or that's facts? Yeah, they said it was a home game, right? Oh, but the Saints go march it in. We had a reoccurring, right, situation with us trying to find a wide receiver on the outside. But I wish that on that show, let me just go back to that show one time for the Speak Show. I wish David helped me because he's painted against the wall. His back is against the wall. He's painted into a corner. And, he got to let the paint dry before he walk around. I just wish that, hey, yes, there should be no excuses for the Cowboys, but you can say that for all of the playoff teams. You can literally say that for all playoff teams. Because here's the thing. This is how the goalpost narrative works. First, before the season started, the Cowboys will not make it back-to-back playoff. Why? Because they haven't done it since 2007. And then we go back to the back playoff situation. Well, they are still one and done, right? But there's no one else in the National Football League is scrutinized with this level of scrutiny. It's not. I can't find a team that anyone talks about more than the Dallas Cowboys. We got Eddie George, right? Talking about, hey, on this team, this good Dallas Cowboys team, they are elite in defense. They have an elite running attack. They have an opportunistic special teams. But you know what the problem is with this Cowboys team? It's Dak Prescott. He's the problem, That doggone Dak, he's the issue. And it will be a story of another day if we were to look back at this thing and say, all right, cool. Since Dak Prescott returned, instead of us being 8-2, we're 2-8. I would say, yeah, man, dog. Hey, man, you're right, man. I would be campaigning for Cooper Rush right now. Right hand to the man. If we were 2-8 right now, but the narrative don't fit that well, right? The understanding and knowledge of what we see with our natural eyes doesn't fit that narrative, right? But people do what people want to do. People say crazy things. Maybe it's for clicks. Sometimes I feel like I'm on a rock by myself defending this team from the foolishness that the 4-letter network and 3-letter network and anybody that started a podcast last night want to say some idiotic stuff. But Happy New Year to you all. And shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Eagles for being the first team in the NFC East to lose this year. You know what I'm saying? It's a brand new year. Anything can pop off, right? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you, Jamie. Appreciate you for jumping in. Let me let this room fill up. Appreciate y'all, man. So the Cowboys, realistically, we got a lot of things to uncover. We do. Ain't nothing is given to us. You want to earn it all, right? And there should be these type of moments. One thing I tell people all the time, you do not want to peak too soon. Let me repeat, you do not want to peak too soon. And the Cowboys, we still got some things that we have to let unthaw out, the wide receiver situation. I did like what I was able to see out of T.Y. That film analysis will be coming out sometime today or tomorrow, give or take of time, by the way. And on top of that, we will go over some of the pitfalls with this team, the good, the bad, the ugly. Not all things are sunshines and rainbow. We still got some things that we have to cover up and make sure that it will not rear its ugly head this next week, right, versus the Washington team. Appreciate you, DJ. Thank you for jumping in. Peak now, Justin D. Yeah, you got to figure out a way. The Giants, they do look good, right? The Giants defense coming around. I've seen what Dexter Lawrence was able to do. I mean, that big boy down inside, pushing everything back and allowing Thibodeau to be hitting strides and everything. I get it. He's showing his skill sets and beyond, right? Jay Versick, so you're saying there's still a chance? Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be all right.
Sing
on
it.
any given Sunday, yeah. depend on you.
That's Uncle Charles, y'all.
If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Charles Isley. Yes, indeed. Let's pull this up right quick of what I uncovered so far in this pretty much Twitter world. All right, so Read Up says objects in the mirror closer than they appear, 13-3. And then you see, I think that's Cooper Rush right here. And then they got Dak Prescott 12-4 right there. That is a situation that I believe, and this is objectively speaking, we shot ourselves in the foot. Right now, if we were to take care of business, right, this wouldn't even be a situation for us, right, against Green Bay. This wouldn't even be a situation for us against, dare I say, if we took care of business against the Jags, this wouldn't even be a levels of conversation. We would be already talking about, all right, let's do this, let's do that. But in a mind to make sense of all of this, I don't like it when we given a comfortable bed, by the way. I like two things with the Cowboys. I like this pressure that they're delivering from the 4-ladder to 3-ladder network, believe it or not. I like it. Keep these boys, keep applying pressure, right? And I do like the fact on the other side, I like us flying under the radar, which is hard to do. But in this time, we looking back at this, and I'm looking at that Washington game, we got to figure out a way, can T.Y. Hilton still step it up even more, right? Can we see some levels of consistencies with that? Can we make sure that we run our tight end sets when the ball hit them between the phalanges? Can they continue to hold on to the ball? Can we play a clean game? Now, here's 1,000 truths. This dude, Kellen Moore, let me talk about this right quick. Yeah, it is Mr. Nasty Time, fam.
It's Mr. Nasty Time.
After next week, there will be some knocking of the doors, right? For coaching interviews, for, hey, let me talk to Dan Quinn. Let me talk to Kellen Moore. Let me talk to such and such for to bring them in. I want those boys to lock in. But one thing I can tell you about Kellen Moore, from his offensive strategy and philosophy versus teams in the NFC East, those are common opponents, and I think that is what you see on the reason why we handle those teams greatly. On top of that, if you sprinkle in what Dak Prescott does to the teams in the NFC East, I seen a post earlier today that people literally from the other teams were laughing at Dak Prescott, but were not aware of what his overall win-loss ratio versus them. And then when somebody brought it up, they're like, oh, wow. And I said, yeah, he only lost 6 times. That's not a bad ratio, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. Can we run the ball instead of throwing it in time management situation? This is from Brian. Yes, we can. We need to work on those things. That's one of the areas that we must improve on, ladies and gentlemen. Vikings got lucky. I feel you, King. Coop cooked Washington secondary today. He did. Yes, indeed, he did. Feagles don't want it bad enough there. Have enough soul out there will show up until the end. Basically, that's what you're saying, Sean D. My thing is, the Cowboys. Did you guys know this right here? Let me pull this one up. Did you guys know this? Each NFL team record versus opponents with a record above 500. The Cowboys are 5-1, the best team in the National Football League. Of course, the Eagles right behind them. Of course, the 49ers right behind them. Of course, but the Cowboys are considered by media standard the worst team in the National Football League as it relates to that, right? No one is bringing up this stat. Shout out to JWP_sports for putting up the visuals on that, right? But that's okay. That's okay. It appears to me that when people say, hey, man, the Cowboys play down the competition and things like that, well, if that's the case in a situation and scenario, based off of these stats, they also play up to the levels of competition. Let me repeat, they also play up to the levels of competition. The Cowboys are 5-1 versus teams that's above 500, ladies and gentlemen, which you don't see the 4-letter, the 3-letter, any of those letter networks talk about that. But it was very, very easy for them to say the other things when we had the record, like, let's say 1-3, like where you see the Ravens, the Broncos, or what have you. By the way, who won that game, Broncos or the Chiefs? Y'all let me know. And I think he probably pulled one out. Let me just make sure. Let me just pull it up myself. Let me see. All right, Niners up. Yeah, and it look like they finna. Okay, all right. Jets down. Okay. Packers 3. Okay. Chargers down. Okay. Let me see who won around the NFL. Where are they? Chiefs. Dang, them boys pull out of one, right? They pull out one. Although they the AFC. Let's see if they're going to talk about this. Because, if it was a role reverse, it's a 4-12 team, right? And I know they're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. So they won by one measly doggone field goal. But shout out to them. I think I picked the Chiefs to win anyway. So y'all know how that goes. All right, so the Patriots, they beat the Dolphins. The Colts is just what it is. And we've seen the Buccaneers versus the Panthers. They just pulled one out real easy on them. And then the Jags versus the Texans. At this point, the Texans are trying to shoot for better draft picks and beyond. Do they have draft picks? Y'all let me know. But regardless of it, those are common opponents. They're in the same division, so I give them that. Kirk Cousins picked off, Packers scored a touchdown. Oh, wow. Vikings are pretenders. Actually, we need the Vikings to lose one, right? And here's my notion with all of this, ladies and gentlemen. I come with the belief that I don't care who we play. If we take care of business, we're 5-1. That one loss came with our backup quarterback, and I'm not sullying nor denigrating Cooper Rush. I like what Cooper Rush did. If anybody needed to get an award or an accolade this offseason, it should be Cooper Rush. It should be Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush should get some type of an award for what he did. He did a very good job out there. All right, so shout out to my guy Kevin Gray for that for hitting 10,000 on Twitter. Okay, and this was another. I'm not even going to entertain that one. All right, where were we? Did I have it over here? First back-to-back, yeah, that's dope. I don't have it over here. But this is an actual picture, though, by the way. Yeah, that's an actual picture. And, of course, my guy, Andre. Those are things that we need to sit back and look back at. Where was I on this one? I know I had it somewhere. Oh, yeah. I can't find it, y'all. I cannot find that stat. But it will be talked about. I'm just doing everything on the fly right now, but I can't find that stat. Trash. I feel an epic meltdown is coming. I never thought I would say this, but go Giants. Well, you can root for something, You can root for something. Just don't leave your heart over there. Niners only beat one team with a winning record. This is from Gilbert. Those are some good analysis from you. Well, good. Shout out to you, Terrence. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys, this division is up for grabs. Now, my thing is, I get it. The injury to Jalen Hurts, the injury to Joshua Sweat, we hope all is well with them. I'm not here campaigning, rooting for people to be injured, but when you get punched in the jaw, when you get punched in the face, it's how you going to shake it off and stand on top of it. Also, with that being said, this is the first time they are facing some of these things. And what I've seen out of the Eagles defense, it's one of those things that when you look back at it, they got some talented people, but they got holes. They got holes all over their defense, And when you see what I see that Bradbury is subject to, it wasn't even a double move, but he's subject to getting burnt on a deep pass, right? Oh, and excuse me, sometimes when you look at that defensive front, they get tired real quickly. They don't have that rejuvenation that you may think that they do. Now, they do rally, they do chase, they do get upfield. Let me repeat, they do rally, they do chase, and they do get upfield. I haven't seen a team like them in a long time as it relates to their defensive front. Multiple guys getting double-digit sacks. That's something to think about, right? That's something that you have to put into your mind that, hey, those boys will get up front. And they drop their DBs. They drop their DBs in coverage, hoping that you throw and that you rush your throw and that you won't be willing to stand inside the pocket and make your throw, right? I don't see them being a good man-to-man defense as well. When they try to go man and you fool around and get your quarterback to roll out to the edge, then you can take care of a lot of yards on those boys. You can. But that's just the reality that I'm able to see and diagnose from an analysis aspect of it. I do like their defense, though. I do like their defense. But there are holes in that defense that you can take truly advantage of. We saw Andy Dalton before he threw that interception, 13 for 13, right? So I'm looking at all of that, and I'm sitting there saying, all right. And then I've seen number 7, their version, the white chocolate version of Jalen Hurts, right? He was running all over him. He was hurting them boys, right? And man, he took the whole Eagles pack with him, you know. He did. He let me know where I lied. Didn't he? Didn't he do that? Shoot, Jalen Hurts. I said, man, fullback Hurts. Oh, man, not Jalen Hurts. Oh, my bad. Taysom Hill. No. But no disrespect to Jalen. I think that he improved his passing this year, right? We can all see that. But Gardner Minshew, he was mince out there, wasn't he? Come on, y'all. Shout out to you, Damon. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Y'all know the trophy. Them boys hurt, man. But, and I'm not laughing at they hurt. I'm talking about they
emotional damage.
They are, man. And we had some things that slip out of our heads, baby. That's why I was so angry after that Green Bay game. Because I know the ramifications, how these little booger bears can come back to hurt you a little bit. But now we rely on other teams and we got to do our thing. What excuses they making, right? Minshew, where are you? You know.
Emotional damage.
There should be no excuses. It should be the situation where those boys look at that L, they held that L, they should hold it proudly. But we all know, ladies and gentlemen, how they going to do it, how they going to placate this thing, how they going to sit back and say, well, it's because their quarterback is down. Whereas we, the bevies of excuses when we have our backup quarterback out there, it wasn't that situation. The Bucks can be beaten, yep, scattered like roaches, yep. Eagles were flat. The Eagles win next week with Hurts. This is from Jason Walters. I don't know, man. You know, the Giants may want to look at this thing and say, you know what? I can't stand those doggone team that green team. And they may look at that thing and say, all right, let's give them all what we got. You know, who knows? You want to roll. You don't want to limp into the playoffs. You want to carry that momentum. And if I'm a rookie coach, head coach at that, I'm trying to use everything that I can find to throw at those opposing teams. But I get it. But when I tune in to the Eagles community, this is all I hear. This is all I hear over here. Hush your mouth. Y'all wasn't saying that 2 weeks ago. Hush your mouth. All that crying. Y'all thought the law ain't gonna come on to them. That bird's still in there. Get him, bird. Get that bird up out of there. Oh, my goodness, man. How about them Eagles, man? Hey, I need for y'all to reverse troll the Eagles. You know, this is my first time in life. I want y'all to reverse troll the Eagles. I want y'all to find every Eagle fan, every Eagle content creator and say, Law said, how about them Eagles, huh? How about them Eagles, y'all? Oh, my God. Why, Law? Because whenever the Cowboys lose, you know, when we win, my phone be sitting over there just chilling. My phone just be chilling. I don't get a phone call. People don't tell me Happy New Year. People didn't wish me a Merry Christmas. People didn't check on your boy. But all of a sudden, when we lose, you know, my phone be tap dancing like the late, great Gregory Hines. You know, my phone got more twerk moves than Megan Thee Stallion, right? When we lose, the phone just be shaking over here, man. To the window, to the walls. To the windows, to the walls. To the sweat. You know what I'm saying? I can't say the rest of the lyrics. We still early in some areas, you know. But when we win, man, I don't get nobody to check on your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a good day. Matter of fact, a great afternoon. But nobody call us. But everybody remember my number. Everybody remember my number when we lose. They say, hey, Law, you know, how about them Cowboys? I'll be sitting there like, yeah. But with that being said, y'all, let me check in on one guy since somebody told me to check in on him.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's the better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, them years added up now. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Hey, I want you guys to bathe in this goodness of still celebrating Victory Sunday. And on top of that, y'all know it's going to be Victory Monday. And that's what we're going to do. I don't give a dog what the 4-letter or 3-letter networks say, but they know. They're trying to silence me when I play those little clips, just the audio. The Fox claim audio. Like, come on, man. Come on, I've been doing this for too long. But I got in their feelings. I did. So they try to take me out. But they didn't know that I'm locked, loaded, baby. I don't need to talk. I don't need to play their audio. You know what I'm saying? Which is really, truly, technically, according to fair use principles, I should be able to use. But that means that they feeling me, right? Because I got multiple other counts that they don't get claimed for, but they get claimed for on the main one. But there's always a will and a way. The dog that get hit with the brick yelps, and that means that my truth spits and it cut them in the worst way possible. They fear me in the physical form, let it be known. I'm troublesome, baby. I love it, baby. They say they want to be the best, but when they try to oppose and get up to the best, they fold like wallets and lawn chairs. And I'm talking about Fox. They can't handle the truth. And from my mouth to y'all lips, that's what I'm going to spit. Cowboy Nation, I want y'all to stand tall. And that's why the pulse of the nation runs through this alleyway. But I tell y'all, one way or another, we're going to continue to grind. We're going to continue to shine. And let them know you don't want to make an enemy out of me. How about them Eagles, huh? Let's go. The truth shall set you free. Write this down. Write this down for your boy. How bad do you want it? How bad do you miss it? You know, when I say, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawny and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. If dogged and grim and besiege and beset it with the help of Almighty, y'all sing it with me. How about them Cowboys? And cry, Eagles, cry to the land of no victory. Let's get on up out of here. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. More like hurting season. Look. We ain't finna say that, but appreciate you though, Jay Lombardi. Let's get on up out of here. Play my theme music.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something?
Hey, and I don't want to hear a soul saying, man, Lord, why y'all talking with your chest now? Why y'all cocky? Win, lose, or draw, they talking about us. They talking about us at 12-4, making it feel like it's 4-12. That's nothing we can do to solidify and satisfy that those networks over there. There's nothing we can do. So if I'm gonna fight, even falling, I'm gonna fall still fighting. So I want y'all to do the same thing. Come on, roll those credits, baby. Because they fear you in physical form, let it be known we troublesome, baby. We are, baby. Who will love? Hush your mouth. Let me give you something to cry for. Let me give you something to cry for. Wait a minute, I done turned my music off. You done made me mess my music up. Come on. Play that song again. Go to your room. I told you, see, now I gotta get the better. Now. Run that back, baby. Man, I can tell that man. I can tell that man is under his own. He ain't under nobody in their work. He's free balling. He free 99. He ain't bound by no network.
Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still say and roll my change, take some losses.
They scared.
When I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Come on.
Still the same, now switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides, I'm for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I'm mixed Nike with designer, I experiment.
Come on.
You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Happy New Year to you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If I offended anyone, charge it to my head, not my heart. It's all fun. It's all game. And it's also until next time, DC for life, not for short.
count that too.